Hello, hello. Welcome back to your practice. Today I'm coming to you on this gorgeous day with a view of the Grand Teton Mountains peeking out from behind those clouds. This practice is part of my travel mobility series. This sequence in particular is designed to wake you up if you had a big travel day yesterday or you had a big sightseeing day, you're a little bit stiff, moving a little bit slow, but you have a big day ahead of you. Or you just have 15, 20 minutes that you don't want to do anything super strenuous. Just wake up all of your joints and feel good as you go about your day. You don't need any props for this. We are going to get started lying on our backs. So I'm wearing a sweater, partly because it is a little chilly out here, even though it is gorgeous and sunny, but also to show you that you don't need a fancy yoga outfit. You can literally do this practice in your pajamas. All right, lying here on your back, feet flat on the floor, knees bent, comfortable distance apart. You're going to start to take some pelvic tilts. Arch your lower back, send your tailbone towards the ground, and then use your core strength to flatten your lower back on the floor and your tailbone curls up. Now, it's not a huge motion in either direction. I don't want it to be so much that you feel pain in your lower back. Or when you tuck your tail under, don't come up so high that you start using your legs and your butt to lift you up. I just want you to focus on these two positions and feel the strength of your deep core right between your hip bones and above your pubic bone. Everything is wrapping towards each other. So there's this hollowing out sensation. And really just waking up this large structure called your pelvis and the largest part of your spine, your lumbar. There's also lots of layers of soft tissue in your lower back that can get all stuck together, whether you're moving a lot through your travels or you haven't been moving much at all. Right? Too much of anything taken to the extreme is going to cause our bodies to be pretty uncomfortable. Variety is the best thing you can do. Variety of movement, variety of position. Now, next time you tuck your pelvis under, lower belly in, you're going to bring your legs up into a tabletop position. There's no doming out through the abs here. I want you to really focus on this deep core and these transverse abs, wrapping together, hollowing it out. Like you've been in Europe for 2 weeks eating all the pasta and wine and you feel like you have to suck your belly in to get your jeans on, which that sounds like an amazing adventure. And then extend your legs straight up in the air. So there's no guilt, there's no shame. Just a good analogy, pulling everything in. And then lower your left leg to a hover. And then bring it back up. Lower your right leg. Now, a hover is a relative term. For me, what I mean is I want you to lower your leg as far as you can without your belly doming up, right? So if that means you only lower your leg 45 degrees, great. If that means it comes a few inches away from the floor, also great. But a good straight leg raise. Legs as straight as you can. Those knees want to bend, especially when you get to the top if the hamstrings are tight. Might as well make this a nice little stretch for them too, right? By squeezing the quads, kneecaps are tight. And then hug your knees into your chest. Ooh, very nice. All right, you're gonna flip over, find a tabletop position. Now in your tabletop, a regressed version of this would be the side lying hip circles from our more relaxing series. We're gonna do this in a tabletop, a little more obliques, a lot more core work here to stabilize you. Again, don't let the lower back arch. Use your core to keep the position. Flex your right ankle. From here, you're going to bring your knee into your chest, take it out to the side as far as you can, and then lift your heel towards the ceiling so you rotate through your thigh, squeeze it in towards the center, and then lower it down. We're going to go reverse direction. Go up first, squeeze the glute, heel towards the sky. Turn the knee out, the heel reaches for the floor. That outer hip turns on. Bring that knee towards your armpit, but try not to crunch, and then bring it back down. Let's do one more. Whole thing into chest, out to the side. Internally rotate, that heel goes up. You bring it back to center, and then lower it down. Reverse, go up first, swing it out to the side, lower it down, and rest. Second side. Knee to chest, trying not to change anything else. Leg out to the side, knee down, heel up, internally rotate, bring it in towards the center, feel that inner thigh, lower it down. reverse it. Go up first, heel to the sky, squeeze the glute, turn the leg out to the side, knee towards the armpit, but don't crunch your left side waist, and then bring it in. Knee to chest, out to the side, internally rotate. That's a pretty awkward movement for most of us. Bring it into center, inner thigh squeezes, and down. Reverse. Glute squeeze, heel up, turn the leg out, swing it around, bring it in towards your armpit and lower it down. Sit back. Give yourself a quick little child's pose here. I'm going to keep my head lifted just so I can chat with you. You can relax your head to the floor. Take a big breath in and a breath out. Now, when you breathe in, you should feel your ribs expand on the sides and the back. And then the exhale, low belly pushes the air out of your lungs. Without turning this into a pelvic floor class, when you breathe in, you should feel your pelvic floor relax and expand, so all the way down to your sits bones. And then again, the exhale, everything pushes up and out. All right, come back to lying on your back. We have a figure 4 glute bridge. Leave your right foot on the floor, take this left ankle and cross it over your right thigh. Now, if this position is bothersome on your hips, you can always do a glute bridge with both legs on the ground, or I'll give you another option once we're in it. Low belly in, tuck the tail, lift the hips. Now, this is not a yoga bridge, that is a back bend. It's only high enough that basically I'm a straight line from shoulders to hips to knees, and then lower down, and then lift back up. That right foot should be driving into the floor so you feel your right hip. Now, a modification here would be ball of the left foot on the ground, out to the side a little bit. So you don't have a lot of weight on there, but it is a little more support. It'll keep your pelvis level. So that is a good way to train yourself to eventually lift this left leg completely off the ground. Do 2 more of these. Nice squeeze of the glute, hamstrings working too. Core is involved, so the rib cage, the lower back. Don't really change position. We're just lifting the hips. Oh, that was a bonus round. All right, let's switch sides. Left foot stays, right ankle across. So we are waking up some muscles in your lower body. If you have a lot of adventures today, I'm personally going to be doing some hiking, a lot of hiking, but maybe you're sightseeing. And the stronger we can make your legs, and strength is relative, right? We're not like really going for big, strong muscles, but we are going for muscles that are awake. Because you're not going to walk around whatever city you're in thinking about, oh, hamstrings need to turn on, glutes need to turn on. You're just going to be paying attention to your surroundings, which is as it should be. Drive the left heel down, lift the hips, core is strong, rib cage stays contained. Last 2. 1 more. And then lower down, hug your knees into your chest. Rock and roll up and down the length of your spine. If that doesn't feel good, you can always roll to your side. Use your hands to help lift you up. Now from here, you're going to find a lunge position. In our lunge, low belly in, tailbone down. I even like to put my hands on my pelvis so I can feel the glute of the back leg is on fire. Transverse abs are working, so my pelvis is level. I'm feeling a nice hip flexor stretch here, which is great. Now we are going to do some pulses forward, but I want you to focus on not dumping your pelvis and making this a back bend, right? Low belly is in, tailbone is down. So if that's like a 2-inch movement, great. You'll feel an intensification of the hip flexor stretch, and also wake up this hamstring on the front leg. Now we're going to make it interesting. You're going to take this front leg and turn it out about 45 degrees. My knee and my toes are going in roughly the same direction, and I'm going to lunge in that direction. This is where the back leg, we kind of forget about it. I did for a second. So squeeze that glute, core is on, getting a little more into the inner thighs here. If you need some padding under your knee, grab a blanket, grab a pillow. I've got this nice soft grass. But sometimes the floor is a little hard and it makes it uncomfortable. And you are here for a little bit, so make yourself comfortable. Now you're going to take this leg out as close to a 90-degree angle from the front as you can. It might not quite be there, but I've got a nice stretch in this inner thigh. It's almost like I'm going to do a warrior two with my front leg, and I'm going to lunge in that same direction. So now I'm really getting into the inner thigh of the opposite leg. And you can see this is a pretty small movement. I'm trying not to change anything else anywhere. All right, bring that leg back to center. We're going to switch sides. So you can step forward. You can also take the other leg back first, whatever makes more sense for you. Low belly in, check your tail, squeeze the glute of your back leg. Then you start to go forward into your lunge. And do that not just by gravity sending your hips down and forward, but this left foot is dragging towards the back of the mat, so my hamstring is turned on. In yoga, we don't tend to do a lot of hamstring strengthening. It's way more focused on length, which is great, but we also want that muscle to fire when we need it. Take it out about 45 degrees, knee and toes going in the same direction, lunge in that direction. This is the angle where I tend to have the most space to lunge without the pelvis changing. Do keep your core on. Glute of the right leg is turned on, and also the left one will fire when you come out of your depth. Just something interesting to notice. And then let's take it out as close as you can into that 90 degrees, like you're going to do your warrior two, and then lunge in that direction. This leg feels totally different than my other side, and that is okay. Something I'm working on. If it doesn't cause you problems, asymmetries are not the end of the world. We're all a little bit asymmetrical. The work is the same. Core is involved. Right glute's turned on. Left hamstring is pulling me into the lunge. Glute is pushing me out of the lunge. And then bring that left leg back to the front. Go to the first side again. So you've got your right leg forward, your left leg back, nice upright lunge. You're going to keep your right hand on your right thigh, stretch your left arm up, and then reach over to the right. Low belly tucked in, squeeze your left glute, everything you've been doing in all of our other lunges. Just going to add a little side bend here. Emphasize the up before you bend over. And come up, plant your hands, sit back into a quick child's pose. And then we switch sides. Left foot comes forward, belly in, tailbone down, left hand, left thigh. Stretch it up, 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 and then over. Getting length all the way down. Maybe you feel it to your right knee. And this arm is active. It's helping me find even more length on the right side. All right, lower your hands to the earth. Come into your tabletop position. Low belly in. Stabilize through your core. Stabilize your lower back. Bring your left hand a little closer to center. Right arm's going to go up towards the ceiling so you have a twist. Thread your right arm underneath and across, but don't touch the ground. Reach, 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 reach. Think right armpit towards left hip bone. And then inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, reach through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hold, hold, hold. Release. Switch right hand down. Left arm up. And then twist under and across. A little slower on this first round. Think left armpit towards right hip. Inhale up. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. And both hands to the earth. Sit back, child's pose. All right, let's lay on the belly. I'm going to do a little bit of Superman work. So feet are about hip distance apart, maybe wider. Legs are strong and straight. Arms are going to go overhead, and the hands can be wide. Relax your head on the floor. I'm just going to keep mine up so I can chat. And then take a breath. When you exhale, squeeze your glutes, lift your legs, lift your chest, lift your arms. Think long through the legs, long through the arms. 3, 2, 1. Set down soft. Breathe in. Breathe out, lift. Hold. Squeeze the glutes. Strong legs. Straight the legs as long and straight as you can get them. And then lower down soft. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift. Lift the shoulder blades. Feel your mid back, your upper back working. Trying not to crank on your head. Arms are straight and strong. Legs are straight and strong. Ooh, I just got some shakes. Now lower your legs. Keep your chest lifted. Bend the elbows. Goalpost the arms. Squeeze your elbows towards each other behind you. It's like you're at the top of a pull-up. And then extend the arms forward. If your back is starting to bother you, you can lower your head and your chest and work just the arms. Arms go forward and arms pull back. Pull forward and pull back. Reach forward, reach back. Forward, last one. And pull back. Hold, hold. Lift the legs one more time. Lift everything a little bit higher. And release. Rest your head on your hands. Big breath in. Soft breath out. Hands underneath your shoulders. Sit back into your child's pose. Knees can be wide or knees can be close. Lay down on your back. Now, if you have a lot of time, this would be where you pause the video. Rest here as long as you like. Letting your breath soften. Feel your hips get heavy. Your shoulders relax. On your next inhale, stretch your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. And then bend the knees, plant the feet. Roll to your side. Find a comfortable seat. Once you're there, stretch your arms overhead. Breathe in. Breathe out, hands to your heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Rest your hands on your thighs. And lift your chin. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. Go have a wonderful day or evening, and I'll see you next time.